Hi, I'm Bowden Temnick with Duelist Academy, and this is our first Patreon content tier video deck profile sort of thing. We're hoping there'll be more in the future. A lot of us did really badly due to a poor deck choice, but we had one standout this weekend who made top 8. Of course, we're all represented by certain teams. We have, Game Nation representatives, JRB representatives, Ryan and myself included with
free agents.
Sean, free agent. So that's all the shout outs out of the way. These are the members. Would you like to show everyone? We would like to thank you for your support, and hopefully we can get more content out to you. Ryan, would you please continue?
So I did a top 8 at YCS Pasadena with Machina Orcust. So I played all the Orcusts, the regular ones, or whatever. And then I forgot to write this on my deck list. So starting in Top Cut, this was not in my deck, and it made things really, really difficult. But we still managed to win top 32 and top 16 without this very important card. But I'm going to just explain this as if I had it, because I had it for most of the tournament. So then all the Orcust guys, then Greffer Armageddon Knight, 3 Gizmek, because I think this is one of the best cards going second. You just summon it, and then you can link it away and summon it back again, and it's just really good. And then I also played 3 Machina Fortress, which just makes this card even better, because with Fortress, you can discard Gizmek to summon Fortress from your graveyard, so you can discard Fortress and any machine, any Orcust to summon it, you can link it away, discard Gizmek, summon back Fortress, summon Gizmek, and then you just have a billion monsters that they can't deal with, and you usually just kill them. Then instead of Math Edition, I played 3 Scrap Recycler, because Recycler can also send Machina Fortress, and it gives me more access to Gizmek. And I sort of built my deck around those 2 cards, because in addition to Gizmek just being extra summons, it banishes 8 for Zeroboros, which I also played other cards to synergize with it. So most of the times when I summoned Zeroboros this tournament, it was like 9,000 attack, and they just died. Except for on stream when my opponent Panker tops it, and I died instead. So 3 Ash, 3 Phantasme, whatever. These cards are kind of okay, they're not great, but 3 Return, Babel, Foolish, Rhoda, 3 Called by the Grave. I'm playing 3 Desires, and I just felt like there were a lot more cards I needed to protect from hand traps than the other decks. Yeah, or than the other standard Orcust decks, because I had less defensive cards of my own. I needed to make sure my plays went through, and then I also think Called by the Grave is just a fine card in most situations anyway. 3 Impermanence. I was really afraid of the combo decks that could make Appaloosa and me not having an out to it. So this was basically, if you Impermanence and Appaloosa, it stays at 0 forever and just can't negate anything. This obviously also, you can just do it to stop their normal summon like Math Edition in the Orcust Mirror, and you can just hit IP with it in the draw phase, and they can't chain it. So this was a pretty good one. My extra deck. Oh yeah, and then that one, the trap card. Yeah. 3 Galatea, 2 Ding, Longyearsu, and then I played 1 Orcustrian. This guy is the big Orcust that most people don't play. You can shuffle 3 Banished Dark Machines to make all of your opponent's linked monsters go to 0 attack and their effects are negated. This common with other cards I'm playing, but basically this deck just tried to kill them. It is, as not very elegantly. You just sort of Desires jam 30 banished cards with Gizmek and Desires, maybe make their guys 0. You can link climb Longyearsu into this, and then bring back Longyearsu, and then make a Zeroboros, and then they just have a monster that has 0 attack, and you attack for 9,000. And that's how a lot of games end. Boral Sword, I actually summoned this card 0 times, because the other Link 4s I played were just better. Phoenix, I summoned this once, but it should just be there because you play against the Floodgate decks. Unicorn, you mostly make this with IP. This is the card you make almost every time. You make this with IP, you have a lot of interrupts. I made this a couple times. It's not super crucial, but it comes up as well. Then Link Karibo for Brass Bomber. So Fortress and Gizmek are one thing, but then the side deck is where it really takes off. Chaos Hunter, Pankertops, Nibiru. I probably should have just played 3 of all of these, but I wanted more space in my side deck for a different card. 3 Lancia, 3 Twin Twister, and 3 Limiter Remove. So this one, I unfortunately won many more games than I should have with Limiter, and that's especially where this guy comes into play. So, in seemingly unwinnable situations, you can just sort of jam Orcustrian onto the field, make one of their guys 0, then you Nightmare on him to make him 38, and then you send Gizmek, and then you enter battle phase, you attack, you limit a removal, he goes to 7,600, and then Gizmek is 4,900, and that's just 12,000 damage, and they're probably dead because all
Utopia double.
it is very. It's just So budget Utopia double. So that was
Utopia double for $4 is so expensive.
yeah. So that was my deck. It was basically just attack machine deck featuring Machina Fortress and limiter removal.
Would you like to talk about any key matchups throughout the weekend? Perhaps anything you'd like to change after the fact?
Oh, so I think Greffer and Rhoda are really, really bad in this version. So the reason I think Fortress is so good is it lets you discard all the extra Darks and Orcust that you have. So almost every time I drew Rhoda or Greffer, I just couldn't use it because I was just summoning Fortress instead. Because why would I normal summon Greffer and discard an Orcust when I can just discard that Orcust and summon Machina Fortress and then kill them? So Greffer was just dead almost every time I drew it, and probably forever. Maybe replace it with Machina Gear Frame. Could be good. Yeah, that's about all I got there. Fortress was really good against a lot of the fair decks. Like I played against like a Trickstar Mech Knight deck, and that deck just doesn't have an out to this anywhere.
Beats Inspector Border.
This beats Inspector Border against Draco because it doesn't start a chain. You can summon it under Dweller because it doesn't start a chain. It gives you something relevant to send with Trap Recycler when you get Lancia and stuff like that. So I really like this card. I think this card overperformed a lot. I didn't think I would get this far this weekend, to be honest. Especially after the decklist error in top 32, I didn't think I would make it this far. So really happy about everything that as it turned out. So yeah, that's about it.
All right. Awesome. Congratulations. Very thankful. Hopefully we'll get a more in-depth, get some gameplay videos with this deck going. It is very fun. I think a couple of us have played it, and it just has a lot of damage. Really fun. A lot of gas. Congratulations. Any shout-outs? Any further?
Oh yeah, I want to shout out Justin Telhon. He really, I don't even know how. It was some like fated meeting. He just like grew a beard and I didn't recognize him for the first 10 minutes I saw him. And then he just saw me with limiter removals and said, I thought about putting that in my Orcust deck too. And then we talked about limiter for like a while.
Thank God you didn't listen to
Oh God. Marcus somehow just came up with the perfect everything. He just told me like
show them what like you should be doing. Like how Marcus described it, like the boards that he would end.
Okay. So basically, what he was telling me about like things to do in the mirror, where instead of ending with like everybody is prepared to answer like Babel. Bomber in the mirror, right? So the way he was doing it is he was just setting up where you like ding, or you end on ding and you like orchestrated return to draw two. I ended up taking it slightly differently, which most of the time when I would just do that with limiter and just kill them. But he really helped out with almost every single card in the side deck was from his input. So that was and he helped me a lot with the Technical Classic of Orcust as well. So Marcus and Justin definitely helped a lot on this one.
All right, cool. That should be it. See ya.